All right. And we're live. Turn that off. All right. Got music, we got chat, we got paint. What a day. Okay, you. Come here. I don't know if this is going to be a good idea, but we're going to try it. You know what? First, we're going to try orange-brown, I think. And then we'll try moving into a bright ochre yellow, and then into a actual yellow. See how that works. The cool thing is, I just get to do this pretty bunch by my lonesome for the most part. Isn't that exciting? Alright, but at least I got good tunes. This can go up on the Who tubes later, which will be convenient, hopefully. So I'm hoping I can make this into like a cool yellow banner with like a nice little freehand in the center. That's kind of the goal right now. Can we achieve it? I don't know. We're gonna try to find out though. Tell you what. Hey, welcome into the stream. I hope you're having a good night or day if you're on the other side of the world, potentially. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always happy to answer questions. And away they go. That's fine. Alright. So far, I'd say this is working. Though, to be fair, this color has a lot more opacity than like a standard yellow. So, it should be working. It is technically a brown after all. All right. While that's drying, we can do a bit of quick work on the top of this dude's noodle. That's fluorescent pink. Oh yeah, intense pink is the one that I've always been using. Right. Though, to be fair, I think that could be a fun mid-tone, though. I don't know if we can do all that on like a little crescent moon, but I can give it the old college try, as they say. Fairness, I should have looked earlier. I might have like a skull transfer from like a marine kit or something. That could look cool. And just dot that purple. Alright, let's try moving up a step here. Okay, we're gonna let that dry, because if I don't, we're gonna start tearing layers as we work that up, and that's not gonna be good. Hey, welcome in. Hope you're having a good night. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank God this is my guy, because if I completely goof him, it really doesn't matter. Give that another moment to dry. Okay, you're... Well, what I can do in the meantime, can at least hit this guy with a little bit of black. I honestly love and hate that I can't not paint undersuits now. For such a long time, I was like, I'm never gonna paint an undersuit. No one's ever gonna notice. And now I'm like, they've become that, like, kitchen guardrail that you clean before Thanksgiving. Like, no one's gonna really notice, but somebody's like, you gotta clean that guardrail, man. That's the one thing our guests are gonna be looking at. God forbid it's a nasty guardrail. Welcome in. Oh, never mind. See you later, alligator. Guess he didn't like my Thanksgiving talk. That's fair, I guess. Swear, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna airbrush this fucker. Be so sad if this doesn't work too. Just should have done airbrush from the beginning. But now we're gonna try to do this the hard way. The hard way. Like a pirate. Yeah. Okay. We'll keep letting that dry a little bit. I'm just gonna try to hit the top there. Like that, like that. We'll leave the rest of that purple as a shadow color. Just kind of hit the tips there. I'm over here talking like I'm giving anybody real advice. Okay, that's dry. So, presumably, I won't fuck this up. Gee, things go so much smoother when you wait. Who would have fucking thought? Who would have thunk it? Certainly not me. And here I almost gave up and grabbed my airbrush like a fucking heathen. Alright, nice. I do quite like that. That's very punchy. What I might do is get like a skull transfer, put that there, paint that black, or yeah, probably black, and then could do like green thorns. That's something cool to fuck up. You know, while it's drying, let me take a gander at that mountain. Plus, honestly, y'all can get tucked in right there, I guess. Might do that. That'd be kind of nice. Alright, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, okay. Yeah. I think that'll be the perfect size, too. Hold on. Ain't got no skulls on it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no skulls on it. Put you back, my friend. Okay. I think I found the perfect little transfer, I think. Oh, yeah. Okay, nice. I dig it, Batman. I dig it. Get that little skull. Okay. That needs just a few minutes longer. Just realized. Didn't get that down there. Do that now. Alright. Cool. While he's drying. He might be kind of fun to work on. Do have a few colors I can do some base coating with. Because you can be a leather, so you can use you for the leather pouch. Little pouch boy. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hope y'all are having a great evening so far. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just continue to ramble, probably. So, active conversations are encouraged and welcome. Hope you're having a great evening. If you're working on any minis, let me know what you're working on, man. That's supposed to be... Nope, okay. That is supposed to be a strap of some sort. I can dig it. And they're gone. Goodbye. This boy's got a lot of fucking skin. Okay. That's fine. Aha! That was a nice touch. I like that. That was fun. Mario was like, ho ho, ha! Okay, I think the downstroke is the key here. Yeah, alright. That's cool. Get some turquoise so you can put that on those dang old gems. And soul stones or whatever. A little bit of schmutz off of there. No schmutz for you. Dry. You're not dry, but the other side seems to be, so I'm gonna try a layer of yellow. What a glorious moment. Yellow done right. What a cheesy little boy. Alright, we'll give it a couple more coats and then we'll start doing freehand. While we wait for that to dry, I can also start working on some of the flesh on this guy, I guess. Because I want to make sure those layers are completely dry before attempting to put another layer. Hey, welcome in. How are you? How's your evening? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, feel free to ask anything. I'm always happy to at least attempt to answer. Hey, welcome in. How are you tonight? If you have any questions, feel free to ask, or if you just want to make conversation, always happy to talk. Or you can leave, that's cool too. Alright, cool. Let's see. That feels pretty dry. Why I'm trying to do real leather on these, I don't know, but probably because I have to wait 1,000 years for the stinking paint to dry on the guy, the boy, the lad. Hey, welcome in everybody. Hope you're having a great evening so far. If you have any questions, please let me know. We're just painting some Warhammer. Or if you want to just have some good casual conversation, that is also welcome. If you're working on anything yourself, let me know in the chat. Always interested to know what other people are up to in the hobby. Okay. Do like these as a lighter leather color. Little dual color action here. Looks like we need another coat on the shoulder here. Yes, I'm still here. Believe it or not. Good job, me. Okay, we're not gonna mess with that. What we'll do in the meantime, hey, welcome in. How you doing? I hope you're having a great evening. We're just painting some Warhammer and hanging out. So feel free to ask any questions and start any kind of jolly cooperation chat. Hope you're having a good one. If you're working on anything yourself, let me know. Always interested to see what people are out getting up to. Put that right there. Might only have one of these. That's okay. Worst case. Swear to God, that somehow I feel like looks worse, which is really fucking baffling. Try like a little weird repair thing, maybe. I don't know. Hey, welcome in everybody. Hope you're having a good evening so far. We're just hanging out, painting some Warhammer. If you got any questions, please let me know. Always happy to answer. Okay, just gotta fucking fix this side somehow. Because that side is probably where the transfer needs to go, along with the freehanding. Ugh, alright. Let's see, can I at least work on part of it while that bit dries, maybe? Okay, luckily I think that's working. Which is quite nice. Okay, while he dries, we can work on the skin tone a little bit more. On these dudes. Well, I guess dude, to be fair. The Flare, or whatever his dumb name is. Appreciate you hanging out, man. What you up to? Painting anything? Playing any video games? I've been playing a fair amount of Battlefield, which has been fun. Though, I mean, honestly, it's pretty brutal sometimes. But I guess that's what makes it fun, right? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a good evening. If anybody has any questions about Warhammer or painting or anything in between, please let me know. Always happy to talk. I don't know if that looks good, but we're gonna let that roll for a minute, I think. Just kind of see how I don't like it or how I do like it, one of the two. I mean, worst case, I can always just go back and repaint it. It's not like I'm using very thick layers. Everything I'm using is thinned a little bit, so not the end of the world. Maybe like a 50-50 blend. Just something a little bit darker for those raised edges. And the material, yeah, I think that's gonna look better. And it's not like a huge shift in value, but it's, I think, noticeable probably. Yeah, that's much better, I think. Because that helps us define those ridges, but not oversell those either. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. I'm looking off camera because you get a little bit more of a natural light when you do that. Just to like check your, shading and stuff. I feel like it's good to do that. I probably harp on that a lot more than people would expect, but I think it is a very useful method of making sure you're staying within those highlights and shadows. Well, thank you for the chat. I don't plan on using any services right now, but thank you for the suggestion. Well, I'm still waiting for that to dry. Let me take another look at those transfers. See if I can find another one. One of those, if I could, that'd be quite nice. Oh, well, by damn, alright. That, bud. Oh, well. Just so happens I did have another one. What a day. Oh, hell. They already knocked that one into oblivion. Must have. Alright, well. That's fine. There's 5 on that one, so I guess it can reside in oblivion now. See you later, transfer. Oh well. Unless it's behind there. Nope. Alright. That was so, in fact, not behind there. It was a hell no. Okay, yeah. That's good and dry now. Let's try to finally fill in these splotchy ass parts. Okay, that's getting far better. I want to do another layer on here. Okay, cool. Back to drying for you. We can use you to do some cheeky edge highlights. Think it makes a little bit more sense to hit these areas with this brighter color just to kind of help push that highlight a little bit. Doesn't need to be super powerful, but just enough to really pick out some areas. Take a little bit of our Pyral Red here. Hey, welcome in. Hope you're having a good night so far. If you have any questions, let me know. Or if you just want to have some chat, I'd be more than happy to chat with you a little bit. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. There's a flayed hand. Nice little pop of color in all the wrong ways. Gotta love it. Cool. Alright, this dude. Oh yeah, very dry. Just the way I like them. Nice and dry. Bone dry. Alright, we're gonna try to just again fill in that area there. Then we'll let that dry. Hit that with another whole coat. This side is gonna get another coat. Okay. Honestly, don't know what I want to make that wrap. Red wouldn't be bad. We'll see how it looks with the red. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a great evening so far. Or a good morning if you're in the UK or the EU or Australia. Oh. Yeah, I think I like that with the red. That looks cool. That looks cool to me. Wish I could remove. I don't know how to do that. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Well, yeah, excuse me. Okay, I figured out how to get out of there. I'm not very adept at Twitch as of yet. Unsurprising, I'm sure. Oh my god, okay. At least I know what to do now in the future. Gotta take a little bit of that previous layer, put it the fuck back on there. Alright, cool. He's coming together now. Welcome in, welcome in. If you have anything you want to talk about, I'm always happy to talk. It's always a good time. Just realized there's more flayed skin back here, so just hit that real quick. Won't do a ton of work on that, but we at least know it's there. And we can start base coating our pile red onto the shaft of the chain glaive. Everybody wants a good, well-painted shaft. Like to throw in jokes like that just to see if anybody's paying attention. Usually the answer is hell to the no. Which is a bit of a shame, but you know, that's okay. Okay, that's still drying. What else can I do on this guy? Well, that's a lot of Under Armour. Can at least hit that up. Painting this lad's Under Armour. If I didn't know any better, this music sounds like it's like about Princess Peach from Mario, but it's probably not. It's probably not at all what they were thinking when they wrote this. They're probably just thinking, neat. Is this Paramore? No. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Hell if I know. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a great evening so far. There we go. Okay. Finally. Alright, cool. I'm gonna do one more on this side. I know I keep saying that, but this time I'm telling the truth. Alright, cool. That's gonna be ready soon. Alright. We're going to use some gloss varnish on the banner to make it a little bit easier to slap that transfer on there. Just so glad all the other peoples are done for the kill team. Excuse me. Put another layer of red on this bad mama jamma. Okay, good. I was about to say, is it wondering if I'm still listening? McFrickin' YouTube. That's fine. Hey, welcome in. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Alright. Let that dry just a little bit longer. I need to find found it, which is nice. That's cool. And I'm shocked they're able to get away with that, but hey, whatever. Just the whole trailer for the last Star Wars movie. That's whack. That's wild. Alright. Alright. Do I have two on this side I could use? No, it's a bunch of crusty dusties. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh my. Okay. Oh, that's far less usable. Thought that'd be exciting there for a sec. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, I can use this. Alright. Can use this side of it. Alright, cool. Alright. You for this. Sorry, bud. You're the short straw. Alright, you're dry. Take that. Put this on you. Alright, we're gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go rinse out my brush and cup. I'm back. Okay. There we go. That's gonna be a few minutes before that's dry, which is fine. So, I think we're gonna do some lightning on this boy. Did I get rid of that? I swear I had like the perfect color for this. And it just like up and disappeared, which is so bafflingly weird. And really annoying, honestly. Gray blue, French blue. I think we'll just have to use sky blue. I think that's what we did last time anyway. Alright. Sky blue. Gotten very chunky for some reason. That's great. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine, honestly. I use white blue. White blue has always been a bit chunk. That's fine. A little bit of bold titanium white. You know it, y'all love it. It's bold titanium white. There it is. Brr, brr, brr. If anybody watches this on YouTube, they're gonna be like, what the hell was this dude talking the fuck about? The joke is, I don't even know, bud. I don't even know. Alright, well, at least I can do both sides of that and kind of hide some of my crimes, which is nice. Alright, so I think we're gonna take a little bit of this white blue, add some of this white blue into that gray blue. There we go. That's more of the color that I was looking for. Anyway. Okay. I like this pauldron face over here. That'll take to one real well. Like, the crazy thing about this is, I know somebody, if anybody even bothers to watch this, they'll probably disagree with this wholeheartedly, but I feel like lightning is actually a pretty good effect for not being perfect. Like if you have shaky hands, as long as you can get a draw of a clean, thin line, like that's honestly just fine, because that waviness and rockiness is gonna sell the effect a little bit more. Like right now, I'm just trying to do light brush strokes and not worry about where exactly my tip is going, as long as I can pull those straight or thin lines more of. As long as I can pull the thin lines, I'm a happy camper. Okay. Now we can go in with just the white blue. Need to get that water down just a little bit. Thinner down just a touch. Now we can very carefully reestablish those bolder areas of the lightning. And again, the nice thing is it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to pick some lines and follow those, just to make a couple parts of that lightning just a little bit brighter. Like I'm doing basically like every other line, really. I feel like that works pretty good. Now we're gonna get some of our bold titanium white. Just get a little bit of water to make that nice and thin. And then just repeat the same process. And you can kind of drop a couple highlights here and there. You can skip around a little bit. That way the lightning looks a little bit more natural that way, in my humble opinion. That's all it is. It is a very, very humble opinion. With that bold white, you can even make little branch offs that look really cool. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a great evening. We're just painting some Warhammer, so if you have any comments or questions, please let me know. Hey, oh my goodness. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Didn't expect a raid this time of night. How is everyone? Hopefully everyone is having a great evening. we're working on some kill teams. So we have the Night Lords kill team I've been slowly working on, in addition to the Dark Eldar kill team, which is all in like a synthwave. We're working on getting some decals and freehand onto this banner, so we're just waiting for some varnish to dry. That's the only thing we're waiting on. And hello and happy Thursday / Friday. I know. Oh, I mean, more or less. How you doing, man? Hopefully you've had a good stream. I know you're the raider, so hopefully you've had a good stream and are calling it a wonderful evening. These are some of the other Dark Eldar. So hopefully you enjoy another Night Lords of mine. It's nice to see some new faces around here. I've just been kind of rambling to myself in full honesty. But enough about me. What have y'all been up to? What have you been painting? Paint Water Sommelier. Love the name, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Let me see. Is that dry yet? Not quite. That's probably the worst way to tell if something is dry. I'm just smacking things. Had a great time. Painted up a handful of hobbits tonight. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. The new Lord of the Ring minis are sick. I really like them. Unless you're referring to hobbits as the ratlings from 40k. I've heard people do that. But not sure if that's what you intend there. You know what? It might look okay. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point with this stuff. I'm gonna try maybe making that bone out of handle. Or bone out of handle. Handle out of bone. Lord of the Rings. Oh, okay. Hell yeah. There's a really cool 3D print alt of the Lord of the Rings miniatures. Oh, shoot. Who is it by? Westdale? Dale Westfold, maybe? I can't fully remember the name. But those miniatures look so cool. And one of these days, I'm gonna get some Gondorians and have fun with that. Down with Emperor. Hey, thank you, Donger, man. Thank you, man. Hell yeah. Death to the false Emperor. 100%. Avdominus Nox. Very, very much so. Night Lords are my favorite faction in 40k. Favorite army to paint. It's always a good day when I get to return to what I really like about the hobby. Not that I'm not having fun with the kill team, but man, getting to really get stuck in and painting the Night Lords, always fun. I've been really enjoying their kill team, so very excited to get them fully painted and get them on table. I'm half tempted to get another kit of them, but it's like $75. Where in the hell did I put that contrast? No, it shouldn't be back there. Shouldn't be back there. Should be like up front and center. Gilliman. Militarum Green. That's always a good one. Seraphim Shade. I don't know what I did with it. Weird. Okay, well, whatever. We'll do it up with khaki. We'll do it up with khaki. I just wanted to try to do Oh, with Skeleton Horde, because I feel like that works pretty well with Skeleton Horde. But I'm unsure what the frick I did with it. Unless this is it, which is possible. It is. Okay, cool. Do a little cheeky cheat. What else is everybody working on? The Hobbits sound really cool. Have you played any of the new edition of Lord of the Rings? By the way, I've been wanting to try it out, but I have yet to make the purchases and actually find like a play group. But looks very cool. Okay, yeah, we're probably gonna need a couple coats of this, but I'm liking the direction for something so quick and easy too. Quite like that. Okay. Dig it, I dig it. Be nice when I can put his head on there and get him looking more appropriate. Okay, I think, yeah, that's dry now. Okay, cool. Very, very good. Okay. Slightly move that over where, right, moved it over there so it's out of harm's way. More so I wouldn't knock the transfers off again. I'm gonna grab a couple of these command skulls and we're gonna put those on the banner. And then the idea is that once have those on there, I'm going to freehand some vines around it. Because why not? I guess. I'm just kind of, I don't ever intend to like fully play Dark Eldar, so this kill team is just a very big way of experimenting essentially. So that's always fun. And then one of these days I'll get me some microset microsol. Until then though. Get you in there. Oh, and if the music is too loud for anybody, please let me know. I don't really have the best setup as of yet, so it's always kind of hard for me to tell how good my audio is. But I try to keep it fairly low, so hopefully it's not too overpowering. Alright. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, there we go. Let me give you a follow. And that way I can return the favor and do a raid back onto you one day, hopefully. If you're a late night streamer yourself. Okay, nice. So, like a plebeian, we're gonna get a little bit of water and put that down right there. And get a little makeup sponge. Try not to knock everything over. We're gonna end up painting this skull black anyway, so don't worry, we're not leaving it white on a yellow background. I'm mentally unstable, but not that mentally unstable. I promise. Ooh, that was maybe not the best idea. Okay. Duly noted. Let me see, can I... I mean, I think it'll be fine in the end. Yeah, okay. I'm wiping away a lot of that schmutz anyway. Usually 8 to 12 Wednesday and Thursdays for my PST. Okay, alright. Well, I'm usually pretty late. And I'm kind of bi-weekly right now. My main gig is actually on TikTok. So... but I'm trying to get my foot into the door with Twitch, though. Okay, there we go. That will have to be good to get me a fresh buns, which hopefully won't have a bunch of goddamn schmutz. Let's try you. Don't fall. Okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's better. Swear. Didn't have anything on there before. Now it just got bullshit all over it. Alright. Get the other skull cut out. And after we get these in there, the big question is, will I be able to paint vines? I've heard they're not too bad, but I'm also not the world's best freehander, so... your guess is as good as mine on that one. So is everyone ready for the holidays coming up? I know that's such a scary event most of the time. We start prep at our house next week, so as soon as Monday hits, we're gonna start prepping turkeys and bacon and rolling dough and all kinds of goodies. Should be pretty good. Ooh, that was a spicy lay from the get. I can't believe it. You know, I just realized there's no real way of me knowing if either side is centered. So that's incredibly fun. Oh well. Okay, good. The other one didn't come off. I was gonna be so upset. Okay, cool. Alright, those should be good. We're gonna let that dry for a few minutes. And then we'll hit that with another layer of varnish. Alright, cool. Let's see. I know there's plenty more I can do on this guy, but for now, I'm going to let him go off to the side. We're gonna work on just a few other things while we wait for that to dry up. So, starting with these pouches once again. Some point soon I'm gonna have to get into my new brushes because they're good, but they're starting to curl a bit and act a little screwy, which is not amazing, but what do you expect from, I guess, mid-tier synthetics, though, to be fair? It's not like these were super expensive. Plus, I can't even complain them. They were a gift. For a gift, they've worked really, really well. Still, I'd recommend them. If anybody's looking for a brush set, definitely check out Minotaur Hobbies. Not sponsored in any form or fashion, but I just like their brand. I feel like their Kolinsky brushes are a bit better than their synthetic line, but I still feel like these are pretty solid, though. And getting them for nothing is pretty good. So, can't complain. Got them as a birthday gift from a friend, which was very nice of them, because I was already looking to buy that brush set before he bought it for me. But my next set is Monument Hobbies, though, and I am very excited for Monument Hobbies because I love their paint brand. I just love their brand in general. I'm actually a Monument affiliate, so if anybody wants a little bit of a discount, it's a 5% discount on Monument Hobby products. Use code BIGNERD in the checkout, and you'll get 5% off of any purchase. That is a plug, just in case you were wondering. But the rest was not a plug. Monument Hobbies don't tell me to tell those things, but I just really like the brand, so I tell those things anyway. You know what? Yeah, okay. Better idea. Better idea. We're going to use this brown as like the straps. Not drastically different, but different enough, I think. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but we're doing it. Full send at this point. And then we can use that bright color as our edge highlight. At least I can use this time to like really multitask. I didn't think about drawing times whenever I was setting up for the live or the stream. I keep saying live because I'm used to TikTok. Speaking of which, if anybody wants to find me on TikTok or Instagram, I'm also on those platforms, and I post just about daily. So if you're looking for more big nerd content, find me over there. Just more of this, more of me rambling, painting Night Lords. I think it's a good time. I don't know if everyone thinks it's a good time, but I think it's a good time. Give that just another maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll come back in with another layer of varnish for those transfers, just to make sure they're really locked in. Because I don't want them going nowhere. Could have worked in a Spider-Man reference with 3 minutes of playtime, but I didn't know how to do that, so you didn't get it. You didn't get it, you know. Those are the breaks. Those are the breaks, guys. I make bad puns when I can think of them in the moment. Alright, cool. That's a little bit of progress done on him at least. I think we can risk another layer of varnish. So that's what we're gonna do. You know, at this point, I don't even really fully mind the schmutz that I'm finding in this water, just because I feel like at the end of the day, that's going to give this a bit of more character. All right. Just wick up some of that. Let me go clean my brush off. I'll be right back. So, in an attempt to make some more conversation, perhaps, what are some favorite minis that y'all have painted? Or what are some minis y'all are looking forward to getting for the holidays, whether that be Christmas or anything in between? You know what? I actually think they're not that far off from each other now that I'm looking at it. I'm probably wrong, but what do I care, right? Alright. Just gonna keep, while I'm waiting on that, I'm gonna keep base coating these flayed skin parts and pouches. Silly little pouches. You know what? That might be fun. Use a bit of that. A bit of you. Make a no color. Boo boo. See, there you go. That was a particularly dumb joke, I guess. Time was 2:16. Okay. Welp. At that point, I may not want to do all the freehanding tonight. So, probably just base coat this gentleman's belongings, and I may raid y'all over to another fine individual that is painting some more Warhammer. So we'll see what time it is whenever I'm done base coating these. And if y'all ever feel so generous, giving me a follow is very much appreciated. I do my best to stream right now every other Wednesday. So next week I'll be doing my regular live on TikTok on Wednesday. And then after that I'll be doing Twitch on Wednesday, hopefully around 10. I've been starting later just because of life lately, but I try to go live at 10, or start my streams around 10, and that's Central, by the way. Central Standard Time, CST. Oh wait, I wasn't done. What am I doing? So again, if you want to give me a follow here, stay in the loop that way. Alternatively, if you prefer more of a doom scrolling atmosphere, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok. Both of those are linked in my Twitch bio now. I know how to do some things, I promise. Not a lot, but a few. But going back to my previous question, I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most, unsurprisingly to anyone that's been tuned into the stream so far, is the new spoiled Night Lords kill team with the Jump Lord and the Raptors and like the one Warp Talon. I think that kill team looks incredible, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Hey, Hell's Ghetto, how you doing? Hope you're having a great evening or potentially morning, given the good day, mate. If you're over in Australia. I'm good, man. I'm just late night painting. It's about 2:19 in the morning over here in Texas. So, I'm just painting until I can paint no more or less. And sadly, I'm getting to the no more part. But till then, yeah, I kind of figured. I have a few other friends in Australia, over in Aussie land. And I know around this time of morning, y'all are just getting started for the day. And it is way too early for me to even consider getting on Twitch during the week. And I have to be up around that time for work, but wouldn't catch me on Twitch. But I appreciate you being here, Ozzy. Or Hell's Ghetto. Sorry, I reverted to, there's a friend of mine called Digital Ozzy, and I just revert to calling him Ozzy a lot, so sorry about that, but again, thank you for being here, Hell's Ghetto. What kind of Warhammer are you getting up to over there in Aussie land? I know you must do something like pretty decently paying, because my god, I have heard it is not cheap over there. Or maybe it's not so bad, but like if you're accounting for exchange rates, like I've heard it's just wacky over there. Which is a bit of a shame, like, not that America has it much better, to be honest with you. Especially since the tariffs, my god. But I'm not about to get political, so no one has to worry about that. No one has to listen to me rant and rave. But yeah, things didn't get any better with that. We got, I think it was it 4, maybe 5% price hike in GW products. So like finding anybody selling it for like pre-price hike prices is kind of a godsend right now, and pretty unlikely. But yeah, anyway, I'm really excited to get my hands on the new Night Lords kill team. I just like kill team in general. Like, there's just so many cool things. Like, I have the Kazarkin kill team. They're so cool. I need to play them again sometime. But man, I was so excited for kill team, mainly because they came out the gate with Octarius with the Krieg. Ugh. And I know probably none of y'all know me here, so shocker to everyone. I'm also a Krieg player. I do enjoy a good happy gas mask noise. Oh my goodness. Oh, getting tired. I don't know if I can do all the freehand tonight, but I at least want to get like the base idea down, I think. So I might just lay out the basic, like just dark green for the vines. And then tomorrow and Friday, I can work in detail. I might also ask a good buddy of mine, Beard and Brush, how he did his vines for the Wraith Lord or Wraith Knight that he did not too long ago. That thing was immaculate. And I know he freehanded all the thorns and did every soul stone on that freaking thing. And while it turned out incredible, the amount of work that dude had to put in to make it look like that was pretty absurd, if I do say so myself. Okay. We'll just knock out some quick edge highlights on these leathers, because that's easy to do. Save myself the time and, I wouldn't say frustration, but definitely the time later. And in case I haven't said it already, because I'm starting to forget everything that I've said so far tonight, again, I really appreciate every one of you hanging out here so far. Even if you're not talking in chat, I appreciate you. Just to know that I'm talking to somebody, even if no one's replying, means a lot, honestly. I've been chilling on here for like an hour and a half and no one's said nothing to me. So the fact that I've even gotten anybody is quite nice. Hard out on these streets and Twitch, honestly. Alright, are you dry yet? Nope, not quite. Close. Very, very close. Alright, so you're blocked in. You're blocked in. Got you blocked in. You need more work, but you know, hey. You got stuff on you. I appreciate that. Holy Gazzoli, a man without no skin. That's weird. Most of these Night Lords have some kind of skin on them, typically. So that's quite exciting. So I can just use this as a leather then again. Because I quite liked how that looked, honestly. I mean, it would only make sense that Night Lords would use, like, people leather for leather, you know. Fuck getting any of that, stupid, like, fake leather that the Imperium have. Nah, this dude leather. This dude leather. Need a new holster? Better find a guy. Which, I mean, honestly, I get leather is like a cheap expense for the Imperium, but I've never understood why Chaos has leather as well. Like, I guess, again, it's a cheap resource. It's easily, like, found, I suppose, because, like, you can either just, like, yank it off a loyalist that you whacked, or, like, whenever you go to an agri world, you just whack a few cows, you know, or whatever the hell the equivalent is, you know, and you make your holster that way, I guess, but still, like, the whole thing's a little baffling, like, I guess, like a metal holster, I guess, wouldn't be super relevant, but I just think you'd want it to be more durable. Like, I think that's the biggest thing to me. It's like, I just feel like you'd want something just a smidgen more durable than just regular old leather, but, you know, at the same time, I'm sure it's probably not regular old leather that is in those holster constructions. It's probably like super durable leather taken from only the finest emperor's cows, you know, or alien equivalent, perhaps. I could see that. You know, that'd be quite goofy. It's like, I need your finest cows. There he is. I was like, where'd he go? I know there's somebody that had a need for speed. And it was this guy. That is coming out very, very cool. It's like a weird, cool bone. I like it. Let that dry, see how that goes. Where'd Skelly Man go? There he is. What's up, Skelly Man? Anybody playing any fun games right now? Anybody got cool weekend plans? Anybody playing Warhammer this week? Alright. too dry yet? Yes, okay. Nice, okay, alright. So, step one of plan to make cool looking banners. We're gonna take this white skull, we're gonna make it black. And hopefully not go into the lines of the banner, because I will scream if that happens. Not like very loud, because people are asleep right now, but generally speaking, I'd be very upset. And why are you beating? Don't tell me I need to hit this with a matte varnish first. Though that honestly is probably what I need to do. Yeah, because gloss is going to give that. Okay, yep. Alright, well, we're definitely not doing the freehand tonight then. Where is my matte varnish? I need you. There you are. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That was not on the guest list, so to speak. Let me get my matte varnish mixed. There we go. Hit this with a matte varnish now. May have to do this a couple times. Alright, nice. I'll let that dry. Oh. That probably wasn't great for my health. Oh well. I'll be right back, folk. Alright. And we're back. Back again from the past. Well, not really the past, but, you know. If anybody's a Samurai Jack fan, you might get that one. Samurai Jack. Alright, back to leathers, I guess. Because I don't know what else to do now. I'd like to at least confirm my suspicions that that was the problem. So I'm gonna at least let that dry up. While I get these base coated. So what are your plans today, Hell's Ghetto? You gotta work today? You got today off? What's the plan here? You know, the more I paint, the more I actually end up liking skin tones for leather. And I know that's kind of like, gee, duh, genius. Like, leather is skinned, dummy, but, you know, still, like, you know, if you're entered into the hobby, like, you don't really get taught these things. You're just like, oh, this is a skin tone, this is a leather tone. You put this on leather, you put that on skin, you got bada bing, bada boom, you got things like that. But, you know, if you really think about it, you can start doing some neat stuff. This dude's cool. I like this dude a lot. Get his stuff base coated. He's got skin. He brought skin. He was like, you know what? I know when I go out onto the field, play some very dangerous plasma catch, I gotta bring some skin. Because it's skin versus flags or something. I don't know. Flag football reference that I don't know anything about. But it's also like 2:30 in the morning and I'm waiting on varnish to dry, so, you know, you just get what you get at this point, guys. Don't know what to tell you. But I hope you're enjoying my nonsensical rambles. That I do hope. We're gonna just put some red right around a few key areas where I think there might still be some like residual blood in this Sposs Marine that we got hung up, you know, being our little microphone dummy. Something like that, maybe. This is definitely just a wild experiment here. And take some water. We're gonna really water down that flesh tone till you can just glaze it on here. What this is doing exactly, I don't know, honestly. I'm, like I said, just kind of goofing around here. Want to see what kind of skin tones we can create here. I'm gonna let him dry for a moment. Check on our we're gonna do one more layer of matte varnish, I think. Hopefully that will give me the grip back that I need to actually paint that freehand. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here about making something a little bit more opaque. Yeah. Just gonna hit those red areas a little bit. Some of those upper muscles. And leave more of that desaturated pale tone in those recesses. Because, I mean, you know, you may be a space marine, you know, you may be one of the Emperor's finest, but even so, that requires you to have blood to do your job, and I don't know if this dude has much blood left, so I want to leave a fair amount of that skin pretty pale looking, and I don't think it being blotchy really does a lot to negatively affect it. I mean, I think that looks pretty cool. Looks like he's been up there for a little bit, you know, hanging out, learning the ways of not how to serve the Emperor. You know, all that good stuff. I think we still got a little bit of ice in there. That's good. That won't be good. There we go. Just wick that up real quick like. Make sure our brush is cleaned out. Yep, looks like it. Good soup. Alright. And then we can do... Oh my god, don't fall over again. Thank you. Leviathan, Skeleton Horde, Druchii Violet, that's what I was looking for. Take a little bit of Druchii Violet, work that in on some of the more probably strained bits of flesh, you know? Let him really sit in his decisions, so to speak, I guess. Like around hands here, that'd be all kinds of gnarly and irritated. We'll work that on some of the paler flesh. Let that get into the recesses there. Well, this is nice and watered down, so we're not covering anything up. We're just purely tinting and adding a little bit of color. And with it being in like the red spectrum, I think that's gonna work pretty well. And we can take a little bit of a darker version of that and push that around the neck a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Very nice. How's this going? Not quite dry yet. That's okay. We can just keep going on this fine gentleman. I totally forgot about that holster. Whoops. I'll do that in a minute. Do that momentarily. We can use... You know what, let's make another new little goofy color. We'll use this time. Just everyone will have a little bit of a different leather, I guess. Hey, at least they'll all definitely look unique, you know. Nobody will be able to pick it up and say, you know, I did the same brown for the leather on every dude. It's like, nope, there's a macaroni and cheese leather guy. You know, got that really light tanned hide for his, you know. Found somebody with a really good skin routine for this one, I think, you know. They were doing L'Oreal every night. Alright, how are we looking over here? think you're dry. Please tell me you stick now. Whew, okay. I was gonna be so sad. I mean, realistically, this isn't probably gonna look as good as a transfer, but at least with this, I don't have to worry about trying to freehand a skull, because I know I would just goof that so immaculately hard. I guess granted this isn't looking any better, but at least we can do layers now, I think. Oh, you're still pretty beady. That's not great. Okay. Okay. Well. This isn't looking good for our heroes. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why this side is allowing me to, like, wouldn't say easily paint, but at least I can actually paint on this side. Okay. Well, that's not good. That is going really badly. Okay, hold up. I don't know if this will save it, but can I just, like, kind of wipe off my, my fuck up? Okay, alright. The lucky answer to that is basically yes. Okay. Well, thank goodness. Because that was starting to look pretty unfortunate. Okay, thank God for varnish. I will have to... maybe... okay. Maybe like a Sharpie. But let's learn one last thing before I call it an evening. Because at, I'm gonna say 3:05, I'm calling it pretty much regardless of where we're at. So it gives me like another 10 minutes or so. Alright, let's see if I can paint vines. Maybe like yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Just kind of looks like lines right now, but I mean, vines are kind of lines, you know? Alright, well, at least the paint seems to be sticking, which is, you know, a relief. I was going to be very upset if that wasn't the case. Like, I kinda need this shite to work. I mean, so far, I'm pretty happy. I think this is looking pretty cool. Plus, like, the nice thing about this as well is any mistake, like that bulge up there, can just become an extra pointy thorn, basically, which is very nice. Okay, yeah, I don't hate that at all. Alright. So... try to do this as evenly as I can. I'm sure it will be a little janky, but vine lines ain't gotta be perfect, you heard? They just gotta be there. And then, just as a nice little touch, we can connect that vine line. Just want to establish this a little bit while I'm feeling froggy, as I would say. And I might have lied, folks. I might go until the like base shape of the freehand is done. I get a little bit more of that saturation that I want out of this green. Which luckily I'm pretty close to. There we go. Plus, in fairness, a green over a yellow was probably a really fucking dumb idea. But, you know, we're here now. That's all that truly matters, I guess. You know, honestly, if someone were to mistake these for leaves, I guess I wouldn't even be mad. You know, that's probably fair play. I'm not the world's best freehand painter anyway, so, you know, there's that too. Alright, well, at least we got the basic idea done, so pretty happy with that for the night, I think. And we're only 5 minutes over from when I said I was going to stop, so that's where we're leaving off. A little bit of freehand done, a lot of base coating done on Night Lords, so pretty happy. We're gonna find somebody to raid. Let me see. That's not it. How do you forget how to do this? Ah, here we go. We're gonna do let's see. Who looks cool? The gold boys ain't gonna paint themselves. Well, that's where we're going. Alright guys, y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see y'all next time, hopefully. Thank you for watching.